The Wharf, D.C. is a large-scale project focused on revamping a previously more run-down section of the city. It is located on D.C.'s southwest waterfront, and Phase 1 consists of the construction of 5 buildings and a yacht club. These buildings include 2 hotels, an office building, condos and apartments, a music hall, and the Capitol Yacht Club. These buildings will provide 870 residential units, 225,000 square feet of office space, and 175,000 square feet of retail. The goal is to create an ideal live, work, play, stay destination. The location provides great proximity to both downtown DC and the Washington Channel, making it a high-value real estate endeavor. Each are designed to achieve either LEED Gold or Silver certifications. The theme of this project seems to be joint ventures. Due to the large scope of the project, the owners consisted of P. Hoffman and Madison Marquette. Together they produced $400 million of financing for Phase 1. The main general contractor hired was Clark Construction, who is responsible for building 4 out of the 5 parcels. The other building contract went to Don Ho Construction as a result of a separate bidding process for each building. The architects include Perkins Eastman and WDG. The contract between Hoffman, Madison, and Clark was a $457 million design-build contract. There is not much information to be found on the exact type of contract, but since it is design-build, I'm assuming it is a cost-plus-fee contract. Due to the hands-on ownership in the construction and design process, many changes were made to the project throughout construction. This led to many change orders involved in recreating portions of the design. Construction began in March 2014 and is expected to be complete in October of this year. Before construction of the foundation began, the grade of the site had to be raised. This was done by reconstructing 2,000 linear feet of bulkhead along the Washington Channel. Many utility lines had to be relocated along the way to provide the area needed for construction. This Gantt chart shows the anticipated construction process. It began with site demolition and removal of the existing pier. Marine work had to be done to complete the pier, and after that, excavation began. The deep foundations were then set and below-grade concrete was poured. At this point, it was January 2015. Concrete pours then began for vertical construction, and the facades of the building began to go up as pouring continued. The interior work began once the facades went up, and that is expected to be completed in June. Landscaping will be done in parallel with these efforts. Punch lists and commissioning process is set to begin in the coming months as the finish date is rapidly approaching. As of now, the project is on schedule for its October 2017 completion date, with some buildings even being ahead of schedule. One of the most notable aspects of this project, at least from afar, are the 7 tower cranes that were present during the vertical portion of construction. These could be seen from across the tidal basin, so you knew you were looking at the wharf. This is such a large site in such a dense area, affected by DC traffic, especially around rush hour, and the site logistics were particularly tough. Deliveries were constantly coming and going as each portion of the project required different materials at different times. Water Street, the road the site is located on, is a busy 4-lane road which leads to Navy Yard. During the summertime, baseball traffic would often cause even more difficulties for deliveries to arrive. It was very common to close off lanes of traffic to allow for deliveries and concrete trucks to be parked in front of the site. Once vertical construction reached a substantial point, at least 1 hoist was added to each building to allow for supplies for interior work to be delivered up. The buildings topped out in November of 2016, at which point the tower cranes were no longer needed and they were removed. Due to the sheer size of this project, many workers of many different trades were required. The construction and development team had offices on site as well as most of the subcontractors. This required a large area for trailers and office space. The old Channel Inn, which is located next to the site, was renovated to create more office space along with the addition of 3 rows of trailers. As far as construction technology goes, Clark has been making a move to using more technology in their construction process. Most work was done using typical construction software and editing tools, but BIM, or Building Information Modeling, was incorporated to model the MEP systems. Something that makes this project unique is the change in character it creates in the area. It gives the southwest waterfront a whole new identity, allowing people of DC to fully enjoy everything it has to offer. The large scale of the project in the middle of a bustling city made for a remarkable endeavor.